Hi, my name is Fee, and I'm going to share with you the story of the Fabric Social. I hope that you agree that we deserve a spot in this year's Project Inspire 5 Minutes to Change the World. In the tiny state of Assam, 300,000 people have fled or been forced from their homes because of armed conflict. This is the highest rate of displaced people in the world. I'd like to introduce you to 12 of them. Years ago, these women were without a place to live. Some were conflict widows, others ex-guerrilla soldiers, some simply caught up in the everyday traps of poverty. With limited means but endless ingenuity, they commandeered an abandoned government compound for shelter. They used the building to start a small silkworm farm from scratch. There are no fences or letterbox, but everyone knows the building belongs to these women, who are the most resilient entrepreneurs that I've ever met. Most people take for granted just what it takes to make one piece of fabric, and how many people's livelihoods are woven into every metre. There are the people that grow the trees that the silkworms eat, the people that care for the silkworms and cut and spin their cocoons. There are the people that spin the bobbins and warp and dent the looms, and then of course the weavers who create the finished product. Almost all of these people are women, and every one of them relies on that fabric selling, and selling for a fair price. Now imagine that these tiny textile industries are not only trying to survive while recovering from armed conflict, but the market is flooded with cheap imitation goods from across the border. Imagine that the government programs are weak, corrupt, or just plain ineffective. Imagine that with all of this swimming upstream, you have to swim twice as hard because you're a woman trying to do business in a man's world. Through the Fabric Social online store, we are breaking down the barriers of economic isolation. We are introducing the world to these incredible women and selling ethical fashion to those who know that their purchasing power is political power. We are really excited about how far we've come. We know how to build a market link with the outside world. We have built a beautiful online store with engaged customers across the globe. We are building an app to develop the business skills of our weavers and their communities. We have had iPhones donated so that our weavers can receive information to manage and grow their small businesses. We have had solar lamps and chargers donated to overcome the scarcity of electricity that plagues these communities. We have worked really hard to create a project that is about more than just selling great clothing. It is about supporting women's entrepreneurship to renew their communities and rebuild the social fabric. You should pick us for Project Inspire 2015 because we have built something really special. We are ready to scale to 3 new villages who have requested our assistance. The only thing holding us back is a lack of funding. The Fabric Social is a story. It's a story about supporting grassroots entrepreneurship over charity. It is about how technology can change the world. And most of all, it's about women's untapped power to stop war. And our story is just the beginning.